We've got blue skies and sunshine here today, folks. This is Andy McNamara, and welcome to the Axis Football League. Today's matchup is as close as you can get on paper. These teams are very evenly matched. We are moments away from what promises to be a close and exciting matchup. Let's get down to the field. And Tyler will kick it. He is picked up and brought down. St. Louis getting set to start off this drive. Glenn hands it off. Tackle made up by the 30-yard line. They'll lose a couple yards there. St. Louis makes their way to the line here on second down.
Go!
Glenn hands it off. And Chandler wrestles him to the ground. That will bring up third down. Third down for the offense. 11 yards to go. He drops back, throws it off to the left side. Complete to Wise. Wrapped up and brought to the turf. Shelton got him. Gain of 17. Fourth play of the drive. Glenn on the handoff. Carpenter's got him for the sack. That gets us to second down. St. Louis makes their way to the line here on second down. Glenn on the handoff. He'll dump one off to the left flat. He'll be brought down up near the 50. That's good for 10 yards. Sixth play of the drive. Glenn lets it fly. And Chandler wrestles him to the ground. That will be good for about 6. The punt team lines up to kick this one away. There's a penalty flag on the field. Ooh, somebody jumped. That's going to be a false start. They will accept the penalty. The punt team takes the field. Barber with the kick. Let's see what the offense has dialed up for the first play of this drive. There's a penalty flag on the field. The defense is finally able to bring him down. We'll see if the penalty affects the outcome. Ooh, the referee caught him. Defense offside. It looks like they'll decline the penalty. Gain of 13. A 4-receiver set for the offense. Player in motion to the right. Burrell gets the ball. Ripped to the ground. Gain of 12 on the play. A fresh set of downs for Orlando. Motion from the backfield. Willis with the handoff. Harmon wraps him up, brings him down. That will go for about 8 yards. Second down and short. He makes the deep throw. Single coverage downfield. The pass is knocked down. Incomplete. A dime set for the defense. Motion for the offense. He tosses a floater. Tipped away and incomplete. The punt team makes its way up the line. Hughes on the kick. The punt sails into the end zone and will be brought out to the 20. St. Louis getting set to start off this drive. Glenn steps back into the pocket. There's a flag on the play, and down he goes. We'll see if the penalty affects the outcome. I think the offense is going to get called for a hold here. They'll accept the penalty. First and long for the offense. Glenn lets it fly. He's stopped and taken down up near the 10. That brings up second down. St. Louis makes their way to the line here on second down. Go! Glenn hands it off. Tackle made by Fowler. That brings up third down. Fourth play of the drive. Glenn steps back into the pocket. Batted down and incomplete. The offense lines up to punt. Go! The punt's away. And he's tackled. Orlando getting set to start off the drive. He drops back into the pocket. Willis makes the throw, and it's knocked away by the defense. Second and 10 for the offense. Willis with the handoff. He'll be brought down up near the 50. That will be good for about 1. Operating out of the pistol. Willis hands it off. And down he goes. Gain of 7 on the play. The offense sets up to punt one away. Go! Hughes boots it away. And the punt sails out of bounds. St. Louis getting set to start off this drive. Glenn on the handoff. He launches one deep down the field. The pass is knocked down, incomplete. A 2-receiver set for the offense. He stretches the handoff to the outside. Tyson with the tackle. That will bring up third down. That marks the end of the first quarter. Both teams still scoreless. The defense sets up in a dime set. Motion for the offense. Glenn steps back into the pocket. Deflected by the defender and incomplete. The offense lines up to punt. Barber will boot it away here. He is picked up and brought down. Orlando makes their way up to the line. Willis with the handoff. Tackle by Nixon. Gain of 14 on the play. The offense coming in for a 2-receiver set. They'll send a player in motion. Willis hands it off. Nixon takes him down. That will be good for about 6. Orlando makes their way to the line here on second down. Willis hands it off. The ball comes out, and the defense brings him down. St. Louis getting set to start off this drive. Motion for the offense. Glenn steps back into the pocket. He sees a target over the middle of the field. Incomplete. St. Louis makes their way to the line here on second down. Go! Glenn hands it off. He's put to the turf. Gain of 4 on the play. Third down coming up for St. Louis. Glenn lets it fly. Tackle by McKinney. Gain of 5 on the play. The offense sets up to punt one away. Barber with the kick. And he's tackled. Orlando getting set to start off this drive. Willis steps back into the pocket. He makes the deep throw. Single coverage downfield. And it's a catch for Morales. Into the end zone. Count it. Touchdown, Orlando. They'll opt for the single point attempt here.
Go!
Tyler boots it away. And the extra point is good. The first score of the game goes to Orlando. Let's see what they do next. The kicking team set up to boot it away. And Tyler will kick it. He'll return the kick up near the 30. Let's see what the offense has dialed up for the first play of this drive. The receiver goes into motion. Glenn steps back into the pocket. He makes the throw over to the right side. And the pass misses the mark. Incomplete. 4 receivers set for the offense. Glenn on the handoff. He's got a receiver near the 30. And he's stopped around the 40-yard line. That gets us to third down. Third down for the offense. They'll only need to punch it forward a few inches.
Go!
Inside run. Chandler got him. Gain of 13. First and 10. QB back to pass. Glenn with the throw. Tipped away and incomplete. Fifth play of the drive. Steps into the pocket. Glenn with the throw. And he misses his target. Third down and 10 to go. Motion right. Glenn on the handoff. Incomplete pass. The punt team lines up to kick this one away. He makes the punt. First and 10. Willis steps back into the pocket. He's looking for a receiver deep down the sideline. Reeled it in from downtown. And he's tackled right away. A huge gain by the offense. Second play of the drive. Player in motion.
Go!
Willis makes the throw. And it's a touchdown. Orlando. The kicking team sets up for the extra point. Tyler boots it away. And the extra point is good. And that score will extend Orlando's lead. The kicking team set up to boot it away. Tyler boots it away. And down he goes. St. Louis getting set to start off this drive. Glenn on the handoff. Throws one. Batted down and incomplete. Second down and 10 to go.
Tonight.
He makes the throw over to the right side, and the ball is batted down. Third play of the drive. QB back to pass. The pass is incomplete. The punt team lines up to kick this one away. Barber will boot it away here. Shakes off the first tackle. And he's tackled here. Orlando getting set to start off this drive. Willis steps back into the pocket. Launches one deep over the middle of the field. And he misses his target. Second and 10 for the offense. He drops back to pass. Willis makes the throw. Deflected by the defender and incomplete. Orlando sets up on third down. A flag on the play. They're going to flag the defense for encroachment. They'll accept the penalty. Orlando sets up on third down.
Go.
Willis with the handoff. And Little brings him down. They'll lose one on the play. The offense sets up to punt one away.
Tonight.
Hughes on the kick. Let's see what the offense has dialed up for the first play of this drive. Motion for the offense. Glenn steps back into the pocket. Sets his feet and throws. The pass is incomplete. Second and 10 for the offense. The runner will take it on the draw. Francois wraps him up. Gain of 11. The defense lines up in a 4-3. First and 10. Glenn on the handoff. QB shows run, but pulls it back into pass. That'll bring up second down. Second down for the offense. 14 yards to go. Glenn steps back into the pocket. And he's brought to the turf. It's a St. Louis first down. First and 10 for the offense. He drops back to pass. Tipped away and incomplete. Second down and 10 to go. Glenn steps back into the pocket, and the ball is batted down. A two-back set for the offense. He hands it off to the right side, and he will be brought down by Horton. There's a flag on the play. We'll see if things still stand after the penalty. They're going to flag the defense for a face mask there. They will accept the penalty. A fresh set of downs for St. Louis. Steps into the pocket. Snagged out of the air. Wrapped him up. Tackle by Franklin. Gain of 13. St. Louis makes their way up to the line.
Go.
Hand off to Glenn. And Page brings it in. Complete. And the runner is wrestled to the ground. Tackle made by Franklin. Gain of 19. First down and 10 to go. And he misses his target. The offense comes in with two receivers. Glenn steps back into the pocket. Deflected by the defender and incomplete. Let's see if the offense changes up their plan here on third down. So far today, they haven't had much success on third down conversions. Small loss on the play. It looks like we've got a player being helped off the field. And out comes the field goal unit.
Tonight.
It's up. And the kick is good. St. Louis eats away at the lead a bit. And onto the field comes the kicking team. Martin kicks it away. And the tackle is made. Orlando getting set to start off the drive. There's a flag on the play. Ooh, somebody jumped. That's going to be a false start. They will accept the penalty. First and long for the offense. Steps into the pocket. Makes the throw to the middle of the field. Tipped away and incomplete. Second down. 9 yards to go. He drops back to pass. Tracks down that ball. And he'll be forced out of bounds. They'll pick up a chunk of yards on that play. The defense sets up in a nickel set. He drops back into the pocket. There's a flag on the play. Drop pass by the offense. We'll see if things still stand after the penalty. It looks like the defense is going to get flagged for holding. They'll accept the penalty. Expecting pass, the defense lines up with 6 defensive backs. Willis drops back here. A flag on the play. Complete to Tillman. Wrapped up and brought to the ground. Tackle by Sharp. We'll see if that holds up after the penalty. It looks like the defense is going to get flagged for holding, and they'll elect to decline the penalty. Gain of 12 on the play. First and goal. Willis drops back here. Looking to the touchdown, Orlando. They'll opt for the single point attempt here.
Go!
And Tyler will kick it. And it's good. And that score will extend Orlando's lead. Here comes the kicking team. Tyler boots it away. Tackled after returning it up near the 25-yard line. The offense will look to get things going from the 25. Glenn on the handoff. Tosses the ball. Picked off! Touchdown, Orlando! The kicking team lines up for the PAT.
Tonight.
And Tyler will kick it. And it's good! That score extends Orlando's lead a bit more. Here comes the kicking team. Tyler boots it away. And he's tackled here. Let's see what the offense has dialed up for the first play of this drive. Hand off to Glenn. He makes the catch. And he's tackled right away. Gain of 10 on the play. St. Louis makes their way up to the line. He drops back to pass. And the pass is incomplete. Second and 10 for the offense. Glenn steps back into the pocket. It's caught. Francois makes the tackle. Gain of 13. The second quarter comes to a close. Orlando with a commanding lead so far. And onto the field comes the kicking team. He kicks it away. And he is tackled. First down and 10 to go. Toss outside to the runner. Wrapped up and brought to the ground. Tackle by Sharp. Short gain on the play. The offense comes in on second down. 7 yards to go. Willis hands it off. And he's tackled. Penalty flag on the field. We'll see if things still stand after the penalty. Oh, his hands closed on the face mask. That's going to be a penalty. They'll accept the penalty. The offense comes in with 3 receivers.
Go!
Willis with the handoff. And the tackle will be made by Nichols. That's good for a gain of 4. Fourth play of the drive. Willis hands it off. And Little brings him down. Small gain on the play. It looks like there was an injury on that last play. We'll have to see if he returns. Third and short for the offense. Player in motion to the right. Burrell takes the handoff. Wiley wrestles him to the ground. That'll go for about 3 yards. A fresh set of downs for Orlando. Willis steps back into the pocket. The catch is made by Hernandez. And he is down. Gain of 15. Double tight ends for the offense. Willis drops back here. He's got a receiver. And they score! Touchdown, Orlando. The offense sets up for the point after.
Tonight.
It's up. And the extra point is good. And that score will extend Orlando's lead. The kicking team set up to boot it away. And Tyler will kick it. And the tackle is made. St. Louis getting set to start off this drive. Motion right. Glenn on the handoff. Throws this one deep along the right side of the field. Over the shoulder, he's got it. Wrapped up and brought down by Barton. They'll pick up a chunk of yards on that play. First and 10 for the offense. He's hit hard and taken down in the backfield. That'll bring up second down. Second and long for the offense. He drops back into the pocket. He makes the throw. Tipped away and incomplete. Third down coming up for St. Louis. Player in motion to the left. Glenn on the handoff. And it's knocked away from the receiver. Incomplete. The punt team takes the field.
Hike.
He punts it away. And the punt sails out of bounds. A fresh set of downs for Orlando. Player in motion to the left.
Tonight.
Willis with the handoff. And he's wrestled to the ground. small loss on the play. 2 receivers for the offense. Player in motion to the right.
Tonight.
Willis hands it off. Tackle made by McLean. That will be a loss of 2. 3rd down.
Hike.
Willis with the handoff. Harmon wraps him up, brings him down. Gain of 10 on the play. The punt team makes its way up the line.
Go.
Hughes on the kick. He's put to the turf. A fresh set of downs for St. Louis. Glenn on the handoff. Scrambling, and he'll slide to the ground to protect himself. That'll go for about 3 yards. St. Louis makes their way to the line here on 2nd down.
Tonight.
He fakes the handoff. And Page brings it in. Complete. And the tackle is made. A nice pickup there by the offense. A fresh set of downs for St. Louis.
Tonight.
Throws a pass. Complete to Wise. He's stopped and taken down up near the 10. Gain of 14 on the play. A fresh set of downs for St. Louis.
Tonight.
QB back to pass. He sends this one into the center of the end zone. And it's deflected down. Incomplete. 5th play of the drive.
Hike.
Glenn steps back into the pocket. He's got a receiver off to the left side of the end zone. Tipped away and incomplete. The defense has done well stopping the offense from converting on 3rd down so far today. Let's see what they do here. Deflected by the defender and incomplete. The kicking team lines up for a short field goal.
Tonight.
Martin kicks it away. And it just sails a bit wide. Orlando getting set to start off this drive.
Hike.
Willis hands it off. Tackle by Nixon. That will be good enough to move the chains. That signals the end of the 3rd quarter. Orlando with a commanding lead so far. Run to the right side. And the tackle is made. Gain of 7 on the play. From under center. Willis hands it off. And he's stopped around the 40-yard line. Gain of 9 on the play. A fresh set of downs for Orlando.
Go!
Willis with the handoff. Wiley wrestles him to the ground. Gain of 11. 1st and 10 for the offense.
Tonight.
Burrell gets the ball. And he is eventually brought down. 1st down, Orlando. The offense comes in with 3 receivers.
Hike.
Willis hands it off. He is stopped in his tracks. That will push them back 3 yards. 2nd down. 7 yards to go.
Go!
Willis with the handoff. And the tackle is made. That's good for a gain of 4. 3rd down and 10 to go.
Tonight.
Willis with the handoff. And he's tackled here. Gain of 9 on the play. The offense is set to try a field goal. Tyler boots it away. And it's good. That score extends Orlando's lead a bit more. The kicking team set up to boot it away. And Tyler will kick it. And the defender got him down. The offense looks to get things going here on first down.
Go!
He drops back. Makes the throw. And the runner is wrestled to the ground. Tackle made by Franklin. Gain of 11. First and 10. Glenn steps back into the pocket, throws a pass, and Page brings it in. Complete. And the runner is wrestled to the ground. Tackle made by Franklin. A huge pickup there by the offense. St. Louis makes their way up to the line. And he's immediately brought down. Gain of 5 on the play. St. Louis makes their way up to the line. Glenn steps back into the pocket. The pass is knocked down. Incomplete. The offense has not had much luck converting on third downs today. Dropping back. He throws one with some air under it. And he misses the target. St. Louis makes their way up to the line. Motion right. Hand off to Glenn. Incomplete. And the fourth down conversion comes up short. A fresh set of downs for Orlando. The receiver goes into motion. Burrell takes the handoff. He's not going any further. Little with the tackle. That brings up second down. Second and 10. Willis with the handoff. Penalty marker on the field, and he is eventually brought down. We'll see if things still stand after the penalty. I think the offense is going to get called for a hold here. They'll accept the penalty. Third play of the drive. Burrell gets the ball. And Perry wraps him up for the tackle. Gain of 10 on the play. The defense has done well stopping the offense from converting on third down so far today. Let's see what they do here. Nixon takes him down. Gain of 13. First and 10 for the offense. It'll be a run to the left side. And he's finally stopped after a great run. A huge gain by the offense. Timeout St. Louis. They will have 2 remaining. First and 10. Inside run. He's taken down near the 35-yard line. Gain of 7 on the play. St. Louis calling the timeout. They will have 1 remaining timeout. The defense comes in a 4-3 set. Motion right. Willis hands it off. Tackle made up by the 30-yard line. Gain of 5 on the play. It will be St. Louis using a timeout here. That's their final timeout. A fresh set of downs for Orlando. And he takes a knee. Second down for the offense.
Go!
And he takes a knee. Tenth play of the drive. And he takes a knee. The punt team makes its way up the line. That will do it for us today. On behalf of Axis Football, this is Andy McNamara saying goodbye for now.